I do something crazy.
So it's been 3 months of this new diet I've been trying. Previously, rewind 6 months, 5 months, 6 months, something like that. I was doing strict carnivore. No carbs, just protein and fat, animal based. And I saw a naturopath, discussed some ideas, did blood work, came up with a new plan, and I decided to incorporate fruit. He wanted me to incorporate more things, but I wasn't ready to start eating, grains and tubers and everything. So I just included fruit. He wanted me to incorporate more carbohydrates, and so I started doing more research. I started incorporating fruit slowly. First it was just a banana or some berries, an avocado, and I was just eating 1 to 2 pieces a day. And then I started going heavy on the fruit. I was drinking orange juice. I started making smoothies with 2-3 types of fruits, even eating, I guess, savory fruits, what some people think are vegetables, like the squash family. So I was eating cucumbers, I was eating tomatoes. I know tomatoes aren't in that family, but they're fruit, just like avocados are fruit. I was eating zucchinis, I think those are the only ones that I was eating out of that family. But you can eat all gourds, pumpkins, and those are also fruits. So did that, noticed a difference. I got hydrated, so I felt fuller. On the carnivore diet, I got really lean and I started losing weight, and that didn't stop until I started incorporating carbohydrates. I've been going to the gym regularly, and I don't want to lose energy because I understand that your hair follicles need energy. And so I didn't want to deplete my body and put my body under any more stress than it was already going through. So I stayed in the calorie surplus even when I was just doing strict carnivore. But for some reason, I think it was good. I was burning fat, obviously, as that's your primary fuel source when you are on keto carnivore. But anyways, I did choose to start incorporating fruit, and that was going good. I felt great. My digestion changed. On carnivore, you feel like nothing happens. Like you eat food, you don't get bloated, you don't feel like it's sitting in your stomach. You feel satiated, which is a very different feeling than feeling stuffed and gross, honestly. I didn't feel like I had a bubble sitting in my stomach. With fruit, it started getting things moving. I feel like on carnivore, digestion slowed down and was like at a halt most days, it felt like. And some people are like, you're absorbing more nutrients. I don't know how true that is. You're either absorbing more nutrients or they're not moving. They're clogging things up. I don't know what to believe. Because at the end of the day, I'm not a scientist. I'm not anything in the medical field or nutrition. I just study these things because I want to, and out of necessity now. So fruit started getting things moving. And so before, I would experience before carnivore, you get gas, you get bloating. It wasn't ever excessive. Back when I was a teenager, I used to get stomach aches in the morning and think I was sick. But once I got up, started drinking water, and everything started moving, I felt better. So I always thought I was mornings were rough for me as a teenager, I remember. And so some days, and I know now that I'm older, depending on what I eat, sometimes in the morning, I don't feel so great. oh, my stomach feels weird. Oh, this like, and sometimes it's immediately after a meal. But I'm trying to distinguish what is healthy digestion and what is upsetting me. I don't know if you're supposed to feel those gurgling. Like, there's obviously, when it's painful and there's excess, that can't be good. But anyways, I'm just trying to pay attention to how my body feels now that I'm incorporating fruit. I did that for the past 3 months, and then I came across some information that I wanted to experiment with. I was starting to learn about acidity and alkalinity, and I had heard about these things in the past, but I never paid much attention to it. And I decided that maybe I need to do a cleanse. Maybe I am too acidic. So I went nuts and I went all in on a alkaline diet. So what I did was stop everything but fruit. And I did a 9-day fruit fast or cleanse or detox. And at first I felt great. It wasn't difficult because it was a change. I was eating tons of meat, eggs, dairy, a little bit of fruit, fruit juice. And it was like I was eating dessert all the time. I'd eat, half a bag of grapes and a quarter of a watermelon, or I was drinking watermelon juice. I'm just trying to give examples of how much I was eating. I'd eat a giant bowl, like this size bowl, maybe 2-3 times a day, of just a pile of fruit. I would do, and then I would only eat like types of fruits in the same family. So I would eat melons alone, or drink watermelon juice alone. I would eat citrus alone. I would eat berries alone. I would eat grapes alone. And I was trying to separate the different fruits types. And then I started incorporating avocados, tomatoes, and cucumbers that I'd make a little savory, and a little bit of salt, make a little savory salad. And for the first 7 days, it was good. I had lots of energy. I felt different mentally. I felt like I had a lot of energy, both in my body and my mind. I felt very aware, and I don't know how to describe the difference. I mean, clarity and energy are two ways, but I don't know, there was more to it. And then on the 8th day, I started getting headaches. I think it was the 6th or 7th day. I was getting little headaches at night. And I thought it was because of work. Oh, it's loud here. Oh, I'm tired. I've been busy, or I'm stressed, or whatever. And then it happened a couple more times, and I was like, okay, something's happening. On that 8th day, I felt sick. My lymph nodes started swelling up. I had one in my armpit that was like sensitive, and then I had I didn't even know how many lymph nodes I had down here. I guess I've never looked at a diagram before then. I have now, but tons of lymph nodes were swollen. My throat started to get sore, and this progressed. On the 8th and the 9th day, I was a mess. I had a headache. I started getting weak, and I was like getting cold and hot. My gums swelled up bad, and it started to like hurt to eat something. I stopped eating apples. Citrus kind of burned. My throat felt like someone got a pipe cleaner and just scrubbed the inside of my throat. It hurt to swallow anything. And I think that's all what my symptoms were. But I had never felt like that before. Like I've gotten the flu, I've gotten whatever. If this was not that. I wasn't nauseous, and I wasn't dizzy. I didn't have those kind of symptoms. It was completely different. And I was kind of starting to get worried with how bad I felt. I couldn't sleep. It was hard to eat. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm detoxing hard. And so I got some herbs. I was making teas to help my lymphatic system drain. And I don't know what that did. No, actually, now that I remember, I did that after I decided to end the fruit fast. So I was like, 9 days. I feel terrible. I don't know how to continue. I'm either detoxing or I'm dying. I don't understand what's happening. Because I was just in pain. Like, gums hurt, sore throat. I was achy. It was just, it was almost unbearable. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening. Maybe I was successful for 9 days and then decided, I was like, I'm going to eat. So I went to the store in the evening and I was like, I don't want to go another night with like not being able to sleep. I don't want to do this anymore. Kind of gave up. So I decided to eat some meat. I ate some, I think I had ground beef and eggs. I don't remember if I had cheese or not. Ground beef and eggs. I think that's all I had. Oh, I think I had some cheese. Yeah. And almost immediately I felt a little better. I know it takes a while for your food to digest and settle, and especially protein. And I ate a lot. But it hurt to eat, so I kind of took my time. But yeah, the next day I felt significant improvements. So I don't know what I did. And then I started drinking that tea. And within 2 days, I was back to normal. So I don't know if I was feeding parasites and they were making me feel awful. I don't know if I was just starving myself. I don't know if the detox was working. I don't understand what I was going through, but that got me very curious about detoxes. And now I'm considering doing a parasite cleanse. I'm currently watching videos, reading up and looking up certain pills and herbs, teas to make, what kind of foods feed bacteria, or not bacteria, excuse me, parasites, what kind of foods can cause and bring parasites into your body. You can get parasites from touching the dirt, not washing vegetables and fruit, eating meat, not cooking things properly. Everyone has parasites. Like, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. I guess that's what people are saying. But that's the next step. Right now, I am still eating fruit. I am still eating carnivore. And I feel great. But there hasn't been any improvements. I don't have any regrowth. This whole point of doing this is to heal from my eczema and my alopecia. I forgot to mention my eczema is almost 100% gone. I have one little spot on my arm that's maybe the size of a nickel. It's not in like flamed, it's not red, but I can feel, I don't know how to explain when you can feel it's still there. I still get itchy every now and then. I don't scratch it or expose it to any hot water or anything. I'm trying to let it just do its thing and clear up on its own. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I went through. I did this crazy fruit detox, fruit fast. I'm not sure what happened, if it was good or it's bad, but I'll do the next detox, the next cleanse, and see what kind of results I get that way. I'm also curious about mucoid plaque. What is that? Obviously I know what people are saying it is, but do I have some of that too? Can that be, causing some issues? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm just trying things, experimenting, different diets, elimination diets, reincorporating some things, acidity, alkalinity, cleanses, detox, and this is a journey. This is a healing journey, and this is where I'm at right now. So